Hi friends and welcome. I have a beautiful technique to share with you today. It's simple to do and I can't wait to share it. Stick around for the end. I'll try and offer something encouraging as usual during our live chats. Let's get started. What we're going to be doing here is a multicolored embossing technique. Now, you will be able to do embossing, heat embossing with any color of ink you have in your collection. You won't have to have multiple colors of embossing powder. And this is just an amazing technique for backgrounds. I'm doing it here with a background stamp, but you can do this with greetings or anything else. So let's get started. Now, what I'm going to be doing to ink this stamp, this is called Botanical Beauty. It's a beautiful stamp. I was looking at it like, how do I just really bring to life all the leaves and the flowers on here? And I decided I wanted to do that by inking it with multiple colors. So I'm going to do that with my blending brushes. I'm going to start with which color? Let's see, I have Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock. I'm going to start with my lightest color. I do like to start with the lighter colors to that way when I bring in my darker colors, it can just cover up that lighter ink, but I don't get the darker inks on my lighter ink pads, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I am choosing like which leaves, which foliage patterns I'm inking with that. So that was Lost Lagoon. Now this is going to get a little bit darker. This is Pretty Peacock. I am just using my blue blending brush for all of these. And next, let's do these little leaves. There's all different kinds of leaves and patterns on here. So I can choose which ones I want to do with a certain color, or I can mix it up and do all different ones. Now let's go ahead and do Night of Navy. Now I have one of these already finished. I have a finished card that I'll show you. After I show you the technique and how we do this, I'll bring in my finished card to show you. It's different colors, totally different thing. But I thought it would be fun just to give you multiple examples of how to do this and the different effects you can get. We have to remember when we're using blending brushes. Now I'm going to use my purple one with my Blackberry Bliss for the flowers. We have to remember when we're using the blending brushes that the colors that turn out when we ink the stamp this way, the colors are going to be a lot lighter than they are when we just directly stamp with them. So even though I'm using really dark colors here, they will turn out lighter when we get this finished. Okay, so we have all of the stamp inked. Now, because this is a large stamp, I'm using a little bit larger piece of cardstock here than I'm going to use when we're finished. I will end up cutting off the edges. I had to keep it away from the edge of my stamping platform. So I will cut this down. Now, I got a pretty good stamp, but there's a few spots that didn't completely. So I'll press a little bit harder. And then what's nice about using a stamping platform is I can re-ink and stamp again if I want to. So if I want this to be darker, I can do that. I actually love this faded kind of rustic effect where it's not a perfect stamp, and I am going to leave it just like that. So I'm done with these inks. I do need to clean my stamp off here because what we're going to do next, I said we're going to emboss this, and the way we do that is with clear embossing powder over the top. So I need to get my stamp nice and clean. I want to mention, if you do not have a stamping platform, you can still emboss in any color of ink that you have with clear embossing powder. And here's how you do it. You want to take your stamp, just mount it on a regular block. Take your stamp, ink it in Versamark ink. This is what we're going to use here for our embossing. Ink it in the Versamark ink, and then go ahead and ink that same stamp in the color of ink that you're choosing to use. Then you can stamp onto your project. And at that point, you can go ahead and put your clear embossing powder over and do the rest of the embossing process. If you have not done embossing before, if you're not familiar with that, you get to see it here in action in just a moment. Now I am inking this up with my Versamark. Because I have it mounted on here, it's going to stamp directly over this and be in the correct spot to make all of this look embossed. You do want to use an embossing buddy. I'll have links to all these products in the video description below, but I have a video where I described how you can make your own embossing buddy. I will link to that down below. Okay, I've got it pressed up in the corner, and now we will go ahead and stamp. I'm going to give this one a really good press because I do want to make sure that all of that Versamark inks properly. I'm going to bring in a sheet of scrap paper. I want to remove this very carefully so that it doesn't smear that ink. And I like to shake my embossing powder out, either just over scrap paper or sometimes I use a coffee filter. That works really well. So this is my clear embossing powder. I need to get this over the entire surface. And I want to be careful with my fingers not to smear any of that ink. The purpose of the embossing buddy is to remove any moisture or static that the powder will stick to in spots that you don't want it. So I have that clear powder on here. I'll bring in my heat tool. I will start heating this up, and I just want to heat it up until I can tell that all of that powder has melted. It's turned from powder into glossy. So I will do this quickly and be right back. Okay, I've finished this, so let's take a look at it. I'll try to show it to you up close, and hopefully you will be able to see those glossy accents from that clear embossing powder. But isn't this beautiful? I just think this is such a fun technique. So this is my sample with the Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Blackberry, Bliss ink colors. And I'll bring in my finished card that I made with some other colors. So there's some fun techniques here that I'll talk about with how I made this, the different shape and the die cutting and all kinds of fun things to share. But the colors I used on this one were Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia. So we got a little bit lighter result. I did have to ink my Berry Burst flowers a couple of times because they were really light when I started. So I did ink those several times and make them a little bit darker. Let's talk about the shape of the card. So I just used a regular card base and I put my embossed piece on top. So to make that card base, I laid, these are some Countryside Corners dies that I really like. I just laid my card base folded onto my die cutting platform, and I laid this die right along the edge. You could use tape if you wanted to, right along the edge of the fold so that it would cut right there along the fold. And then I was able to to prepare the die cuts on this piece, I ran it through with all three of them laying on at the same time, even spacing, of course. And then once I had those, I put the largest one on with dimensionals underneath. If you can see that it's popped up a little bit. The second one I glued straight to the card base. The center one I actually popped up with 2 layers of dimensionals. And then I created this nice greeting with a bundle called Unbounded Love. I love this set. It has beautiful greetings and it has absolutely gorgeous tons of label and shape dies that have really nice detail on them. So I use that to decorate. So some fun techniques I hope you can try out. Now let's chat. So I have a quick message today for the end, which is when life is a lot, be gentle on yourself. We have been in the season of the year where it's harvest. I plant a big garden. I do a lot of canning. The end of the season, there are lots of things to be doing with the garden. We farm, it's harvest. I was in the field a lot, driving tractor and helping Farmer Matt because he needed me. And several months back, I got this felt like message from God that I was supposed to start speaking out about what's going on in our country. And that became somewhat time consuming and very much mind consuming. So there's been a lot going on around here, friends. And here's where I have learned to just let go of the things that don't matter. What doesn't matter? How many dirty dishes are in my kitchen sink? What doesn't matter? If our house is dusty. What doesn't matter? If the floor needs swept. What doesn't matter? How much laundry is piling up, as long as we still have clothes to wear, clean underwear, right? These things don't, clearly most of my things here are like how clean my house is. But when life is a lot, just be gentle on yourself. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there were times that my husband probably was not impressed and said little things and and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, I cannot keep up, and it was fine. And like, just be gentle on yourself. Hopefully the people in your life will also be gentle on you when life is a lot. But when life is a lot, be gentle. We need to learn to let go of the things that don't matter. That's what I have for today. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed week, and I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to handmake with love.